She used to laugh whenever I reached for her hand at night. Not the gentle, playful laugh I once cherished, but a cold, dismissive chuckle that cut through the quiet between us. "He begs for intimacy," she whispered to her friend once over the phone, assuming I couldn't hear. But I did, every word. That night, something inside me shattered softly, like glass breaking under unseen pressure. I still remember when her touch used to feel warm, when coming home to her meant peace. We used to stay up for hours, talking about dreams, about building a life that felt real. Somewhere along the way, that vanished. Perhaps it was routine, pride, or maybe she simply stopped seeing me as she once did. At first, I blamed myself. I thought I could be enough. So I tried harder. I brought her flowers, planned weekend getaways, listened more intently. I worked longer hours to give her the life we promised each other. But the more I gave, the less she seemed to care. And when she began laughing at my efforts, the truth hit me. You can't love someone into respecting you. So I stopped, not in anger, but in understanding. I withdrew the affection she had taken for granted. No more pleading. No more trying to fix what she had already broken. I quit chasing what had clearly chosen to leave. That quiet, deliberate retreat marked the beginning of her regret. It started subtly. I stopped asking where she was going. I no longer woke in the middle of the night to see if she was beside me. The cheerful morning text that once lit up her phone ceased. At first, she didn't notice, or maybe she thought it was just another one of my moods. But indifference carries a weight that silence alone cannot. It unsettles people, like standing in a room that's suddenly grown cold without reason. She began testing me, dropping small, barbed comments designed to provoke a reaction. "You're quiet these days," she'd say, half mocking. I would simply nod and return to my book. That same calm expression I'd worn before, the one that used to irritate her, now unsettled her. The man she once controlled with affection or scorn no longer existed. I wasn't angry. I was simply done. And nothing terrifies a person who thrives on control more than the realization they've lost it. A few weeks later, she reached for me in bed. Maybe out of habit, maybe out of guilt. I didn't pull away, but I didn't respond either. The gesture that once meant everything now felt hollow, foreign even. That night, she turned away, crying quietly, thinking I was asleep. But I heard her, every stifled sob, every whispered apology she couldn't voice. The irony was cruel. When I begged, she mocked me. Now, in my silence, she broke. Regret doesn't strike all at once. It seeps in slowly, like rain leaking through a crack in the ceiling. Days pass into weeks, and the woman who once rolled her eyes at my affection began searching for fragments of the man she had driven away. She cooked again, asked about my day, smiled too often, a smile that had panicked beneath. But it was too late. I had buried the version of myself that once fought for her. What remained was a man who had finally found peace in solitude. One evening, we sat across from each other at the dinner table. She reached for my hand. "Can we start over?" she asked softly. Her voice trembled, not from fear of losing me, but from the realization that she already had. I looked at her, truly looked, and saw the woman who had once been my whole world. But I also saw the walls she had built, brick by brick, with every mocking laugh and cruel word that turned love to dust. "I begged once," I said quietly. "I won't do it again." Tears filled her eyes, but I felt neither anger nor triumph, only the deep ache where love used to live. She finally understood that affection isn't weakness, and that begging for love only feels foolish until silence replaces it. Now she reaches out, remembering the man she once belittled. And I, the man who once pleaded for a touch, have learned what she never did. Sometimes walking away is the truest revenge. It is self-respect wrapped in silence. And silence speaks louder than any apology ever could.